FTR like to refer to themselves as top guys, but if that is the case, then why do they try so hard to revive their careers by hanging on to the actual top guys? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. A lot of guys in the house, but I'll tell you what, there's no top guys when it comes to FTR or CMFTR or FTRKO, or as they now call themselves, FT Rated, because this is a group that honestly has went absolutely nowhere, and the only time they seem to get over, and I'm using that term loosely, but the only time they seem somewhat relevant is when they're hanging with an actual star, whether it be CM Punk, whether it be Randy Orton. Now it seems to be Edge. There's a new faction. There's new shirts in town in the land of AEW. Got FT Rated R shirts. We've seen FTR kiss the ass of Bret Hart and trying to cling on to him. I think it's just pathetic. But Dax Harwood thinks it's pathetic that people are calling FTR out for this. He says it's nothing to do with them. They've got no call. They've got no say in who they're paired with. Honestly, I'm calling bullshit.
I'm calling bullshit, and you know what? You can clearly see it, right? See the past few months with the Death Riders? They haven't Big Tony the Tiger, he hasn't pulled the trigger on FTR. You want to know why he hasn't pulled the trigger on FTR? Because they fucking suck, that's why. He's had to wait to Edge to come back in order to try and elevate them. Look at them, man, a couple of weeks ago. Orange Cassidy was getting, like, bleach poured down his throat, and they're just standing there. Hey, you want to wrestle instead of, actually fighting here? You're trying to kill a man.
The top guys, yeah, they can barely get off the B show in Collision.
Dynamite kicked off the night, and you've got, Edge back and forth. Oh, I'm going to kill Moxley. I'm going to take that belt, and then, my name's Cash Wheeler, and I wave the gun on the highway.
Is it any coincidence, though, that the one time they actually moved to Dynamite to do a main event is because they're teaming up with Edge?
No, they're fucking sad bastards, these two. You know what? Oh, let's call our wee tag team FTR. Fuck the revival. They should be grateful that Big Nose even gave them an opportunity, because McMahon saw right through them. Two fucking jobbers worth hee-haw.
Yeah, should have left them in black and gold, should have left them in the Indies, but no, they got brought to the big leagues anyway.
No, and you know what? He blocked some guy, did Dax Harwood on Twitter. I think he's called like @AEW Defender. And I mean, with an @ like that, you can clearly see what his agenda is. He defends AEW to the death. But he called something out, and Dax Harwood blocked him. They're pathetic. They're all pathetic. See all these people, man, that interact with them on Twitter. Oh, full caps about El Penta El Mido. Yeah, I've mentioned him again, because that's a disgrace. JD from New York also getting stuck into FTR, and then as soon as they're on the same show, he died down.
Shitebag.
No,
Absolute shitebag.
Shitebags.
Anyway, this is what Dax Harwood said with WrestleZone.com. He said, quote, "We've been talking about this before he came to AEW, when it was a thought of him coming to AEW. And like you said, we've been a part of a lot of groups. I was actually thinking about this today. The funny part is we get a lot of flack online that we latch on to these people or whatever. But the crazy part to me is, even going back to FTRKO, do you think that, especially in the position we were there, do you think it was Cash and myself that went to Vince McMahon and said, hey, put us with Randy, okay? It was Randy that said, I would like to be with these guys. Same thing with CM, FTR. Do you even think, though, even though we were doing well in AEW, do you think it was us that went to Tony and said, hey, make sure you put us with Punk? Or was it Punk that said, hey, I want to be with these guys. I want to have a match with Dax Harwood. I want to team up with you guys. End of quote. Alright, so that is the bullshit there that Dax Harwood is peddling. And while I may agree that he could be telling the truth about how it wasn't them that went to Vince and demanded to be teaming up with Randy Orton, or it wasn't them that went to Tony Khan and demanded to team up with CM Punk, that doesn't mean that they didn't kiss the ass of CM Punk, they didn't kiss the ass of Randy Orton, they didn't kiss the ass of Adam Copeland, so that those guys would offer the suggestion. You know, it's like FTR haven't done anything impressive. It's not like they've just sat backstage and Punk, Orton and Edge have come up to them and says, oh, you guys are great, I want to team with you. It's obvious that these guys have been leeching around and they've been throwing the ideas into the actual stars, and it's, yeah, it may be the stars, right, that have maybe the stars that have suggested creating the alliance, but it's not like Edge, Orton, and Punk have all went to FTR and said, I want to work for you guys because you guys are great main eventers. It'll be the other way about. It'll be FTR that have latched on to those guys, and then those guys have went and spoke to the men in charge.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth, right? FTR, they're not going to Vince McMahon. They're scared of him at the end of the day, right? I mean, they are two shite bags. They just are. But Randy Orton...
I mean, maybe if McMahon was in handcuffs, they would have went up to him.
Like that big Bret Hart incident a few years ago. Why are FTR plastered all over this show, by the way?
It's actually disgusting.
No, it is. You know what? I mean, maybe 15 months ago, 18 months ago, they were literally having like 58-minute matches on Collision, so maybe I should be grateful that they're just backstage doing wee jobber stuff, right? But as for this, yeah, there's nothing stopping these two brown-nosing, Punk, Orton, Edge, etc., and then those guys going to the owner and be like, here, I like them.
Yo.
Because Khan's not saying no to Punk or Edge, and here, McMahon could say no to Orton, but that was around the time they were beginning to like bring NXT through. Was that not around the same time that the Saudi plane didn't take off and they had to bring NXT in?
Could have been.
Again, that's more Triple H rather than Vince.
No.
Because Vince had no option but to use them.
100%, and it's just mad to me, man, that these guys are trying to suggest that it's, all these guys want to work with us and it's nothing to do with us. It's just bullshit. Of course these guys want to work with the top stars. Nobody wants to. Why would a top star want to work with FTR?
No, it's pathetic. Like, how can I? Like I said earlier, right? They've literally waited for Edge to come. They've delayed this FTR against the Death Riders for Edge to come back because they have deemed them not good enough to go up against Jon Moxley. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
They have literally. They have been interacting without getting physical now for about 2 months, and considering, like, you've got guys like fucking Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy and jobbers like that feuding with the Death Riders, that just shows you how far down. And see, tag team wrestling, Tony Khan can pretend he cares. Tag team wrestling hasn't drew, like, I mean, we're talking like over 2 decades easy at this stage of the game. It's dead. Wrestling's dead. So if wrestling as a whole's dead, you fucking bet your bottom dollar FTR and the tag division's dead.
Yeah, what have these guys done?
Nothing.
What have they done on their own? On their own 2 feet?
What's some? Oh, Shatter Machine. Is that their finishing move?
I believe so, but I mean, like, look at like Scott Hall, right? He used to tell. I mean, he used to tell like Bret Hart to ask for more money so it would get him more money. It's the way you word things. Just because FTR are not the ones asking directly to be paired with these guys doesn't mean that they're not the ones dropping the hints.
No. Well, it is what it is, guys. I mean, FTR suck. There's just something about them I can't stand. They seem entitled and self-righteous. They seem to think that they're above everyone because... And they think they're edgy because they called themselves FTR. It's like Voodoo Kin Mafia, man. It's fucking 2 shite names.
You know, but at least Voodoo Kin Mafia had 2 good guys in it, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? At least FTR stands for Fuck the Revival. Oh, we're going to call ourselves the initials of Vince McMahon. Road Dogg's a retard for coming up with that one.
Yeah, I don't know why they thought that was some mega diss or that was like some great name.
I know, like what is going on?
But yeah, I just don't get it, man. To me, it's pathetic, isn't it? It's like they're clinging on, they're kissing the ass of actual stars so that the actual stars want to team with them because they like having their ass kissed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. But here, it's funny, as soon as CM Punk got released for AEW, the FTR didn't want to know him.
Fucking hell.
They did, and I guarantee you, see if Adam Copeland done something and he got released, or they would distance themselves from Adam Copeland.
No, I know.
Two big company ass kissers, man. Anyway, guys, FTR fucking suck, and that's the truth. Till next time, peace.